Mantua power truck. Contrary to popular rumors that American model train manufacturers have never made a successful power truck to rival European ones such as Fleischmann, whereby the motor sits inside a bogie or a truck and powers it rather than having a central motor driving the wheels through a transmission system. It's all contained in here. Now, this performance of this thing is excellent. In fact, it's a huge step up from power torque, which came out later. This was actually a step down in technology from this. And the main reason is because of all these nylon gears and so on, they break down, they fall apart, they corrode, they crack. The interior workings of the Tyco Mantua power truck are all metal. This has a huge advantage over the power torque, which are nylon and prone to breakage. Now, as good as this thing is, it's still going on half a century old. And the biggest problem now, and it's very easy to maintain this, you don't have to open it up, but the biggest problem is it's riveted. This is all riveted. There are no screws. Even the magnet is riveted. And because of their age, while these are very easy to clean, service and repair externally because of these holes allow access to blow silicone cleaner in, this is the biggest problem with these engines. What happens to these motors is that inside here dampness accumulates on the commutator head where the brushes are. A spray with a silicone cleaner and then a drop of oil on here and in here brings them back to life. They're almost indestructible, in fact. You really have to work to put one of these out of service. They're, in many ways, Mantua Tyco remind me of Triang. They're not only the motor style, well, it's not completely similar, but there's a robustness and a quality that harkens back to a kind of a have it made in the Far East kind of day. As a result, these trains have the same kind of charm and collectability. But because this thing is nearly half a century old, the main problem is the magnet has lost its magnetism. Now, to get the magnet out of this, you'd have to drill out 3 rivets here, 2 on either side of the bogie or the power truck, or as Americans call it, and the one in the center. And then you would have to re-magnetize or re-replace this. Quite a lot of work, and as is anyone who's worked on model trains knows that any kind of opening up, especially when drilling with iron filings and so on, there's risks with damaging or losing parts. Now, the answer to this is a very simple way to remagnetize the motor is to just put a new magnet on top of the old motor. This now restores the magnetism, and in some cases, if you use neodyme magnets, it makes them even more powerful than what they were originally. And you've got yourself a power truck that performs as good as the day it was bought, and perhaps even better. I got these 2 magnets from either side of an old power torque. Here, these 2 magnets, these crescent-shaped magnets, are on either side of the power torque, and you can take them out. I've replaced power torque magnets with new ones of these, but I don't even bother with these anymore. If I can replace them with the Mantua trucks, I will use these, and I've even put neodyme magnets on these, and they work fine. I've also used this technique on other motors as well. It's a sound technique. Now, the only issue is they will definitely draw more current. However, as most people today have power supplies and controllers that can supply the necessary ampage to run trains, it shouldn't be a problem. It's not a problem. So there you have it, the Tyco power truck, a piece of Americana, model railway Americana from years ago, that deserves a lot more credit than it gets, and can be easily restored and brought back to life without having to open it up and drilling out rivets. Even the plastic or the nylon they used on the worms inside here are of a superior quality than that of the power torque that followed it. If you're buying Tyco trains, I would suggest going for Tyco Mantua trains off eBay and get the power torque type. In fact, these are easy enough to replace in most Tyco trains that have the power truck type. These are easy enough to replace in most Tyco trains that come with the power torque, because this has an adapter which mimics this metal plate here that snaps into the body of the trains. So there you have it. I hope you find this video useful, and please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and there's more of this kind of thing coming. Model trains forever and from all over the world.